Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, we're going to give all praises and glories due to Allah, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakwaku Kadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, that rule well. And peace and salutations to all the Yakim all around the world that's doing his work sincerely, diligently, and faithfully through the spirit and power of our Lord, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. So, as you know, right now, there's a lot of fuckery that's going on right now within Israel. It's a lot of fuckery, a lot of bullshit that's going on, dealing with this, the camp called Wi-Fi, so-called Watchmen for Israel. Here it is. You got this major prophecy that's on the horizon, which is the MOTB, the CHIP. But yet, you got these other camps that's teaching otherwise. That is not the actual CHIP. And then when brothers call them out on it, starting from the head apostles of GMS on down, when we call them out on their bullshit, now they want to change the subject now. Now they want to change the subject and talking about, dealing with prostitutes. But why don't you stick to the point first? Why don't you prove your point first before you dive into another topic? Because we're not, because we're not talking about dealing with prostitutes here. We're talking about the MOTB. What does dealing with prostitutes have to do with actually proving the point of what the MOTB is? What does you bringing out, we're teaching that we could deal with prostitutes have to do with the MOTB? Why don't you prove your point first? How about that? Why don't you prove your point first before you talk about men dealing with prostitutes? The scripture says, prove all things if you may get that.
Because what I was saying, you're running from the truth. Because that's what happens when you don't have no argument, man. You run from the truth. And you try to look for other things, man, Which even that whole dealing with harlots thing, that's a weak little subject, man. Right? That's a weak little subject.
It's irrelevant. Because, like the head apostle of the bar always says, that's the world's oldest profession. So, since the beginning of time, you had harlots around, and you had men of the Lord that actually dealt with harlots. Spiritual men at that.
Great man of the Lord, Hosea.
But you see, the thing is, you're trying to duck the subject. That's what you're doing. The thing is, you can't prove that. You can't prove that the MOTB, which is the CHIP, is the mark of the beast. You can't prove the point. And when somebody really can't, when somebody is trying to duck the truth or trying to hide from the truth, normally they'll throw some other topic in that has totally nothing to do with the topic, with the point. To try to derail the whole conversation into something else.
And then they did a 3-hour video. I got that for you.
That's called being a snake.
They did like a 3-4 hour video when they were calling themselves addressing the whole situation, and they didn't really go into it like that.
5 hour actually.
Yeah, 5 hour. That shit was long as hell, and when all you need to do is go to a couple scriptures, and break the matter down. That's all you need to do. You didn't need to go to this and that and that, and then look how much understanding, how much precepts you know. We're gonna prove it through the precepts, brother. Just look.
Like you totally went into a whole. It wasn't. You didn't stick to the point. You know. You were talking about the ancient Roman Empire. You know what I mean. You were talking all types of other shit. You know. You really didn't really stick to the point. You really didn't get to the point. You were going into totally different other subjects, other topics. It just didn't make sense. Period. Like you didn't make a whole lot of sense.
It was because these guys don't have no spiritual connection with the Most High.
Well, you don't have that Wi-Fi.
They don't have
connection to how about Shem Yahshai? Your connection is disabled.
No service. Because you get no service because you're not the servants of the Lord. You see that? It says 1 Thessalonians 5 and verse 21. It says, prove all things. Matter of fact, let me start at 19. It says, quench not the spirit, despise not prophesying, prove all things, hold fast that which is good. See, so prove all things, man. Ed, these guys like to pull the scripture a lot. Prove all things, brother. You can't prove. Hey, look, a lot of the scriptures they try to pull is really talking about themselves.
That's right.
The scripture say there's one that teaches many, but yet he's unprofitable to himself. So here it is. Look at that for you. You're not profitable unto yourself, but you're out there teaching many. You got a lot of subscribers, thousands of subscribers on your page. And you got women, you got these guys. You got the camp, you see me and this brother right here, right? But
have you ever met
but you'll have a camp with like 50 dudes in it, but none of them know the scriptures, including you. Talk about the head night farmer,
Adam Abbott,
the famous Adam Abbott, because that's what this guy was really in the truth for fame.
Yeah,
and to get women.
Yeah, you're doing shit for clout. You call y'all the clout camps out there. Y'all do anything for clout. Like that Cardi B, Offset, do anything for clout.
That's right.
That's y'all niggas. Y'all do anything for clout.
That's why you see the videos, right? And the title is extravagant. Edomite gets his head chopped off and licks boot. Edomite slave comes by and receives her judgment as a future concubine. And then they'll have all caps, and then they'll make the intro, and then they'll, what I'm saying? Then they'll have the women sitting in the back and shit, chilling like this is some type of fucking some type of powwow picnic.
Oh yeah. You see, that's all clout,
Which is out of order.
Yeah.
They don't have the little kids with them at the camp. That's out of order, man.
Yeah, they
little 7-year-old at the camp, man.
Yeah, they should be in the house.
A little 7-year-old that wraps his thing around his head, give him a t-shirt and fringes, and he'll read some scriptures and Jake, they're simple. They'll be like, oh, that's powerful, young warrior,
Your women, all your women and your kids, they should be in the house. No, they have no business out there being out there. That's war, When you're at war, when you're in actual war, do you have your wife and your kids out there on the battlefield in war? No. No, you don't. Out here, this is actually war out here. This is actually a spiritual war out here. Hey, Shalom, Mark. This is war. This is a fight. So your kids or your woman, they have no business out there on the battlefield. And all it is just distraction. They're gonna bring up it's gonna be a distraction on you.
You gotta watch them.
Yeah, come on.
You gotta make sure nobody hurts them and all this shit. When Yahushua was teaching, he didn't do none of that. He didn't bring his women and his children. You know what I'm saying?
That was not a trip.
Peter and them, the Apostle Paul and them, when they was teaching, they didn't bring their families along. So let me get this for you. It's Sirach 37:19. There is one that is wise and teaches many, and yet he is unprofitable to himself. And there is one that showeth wisdom in words and is hated, and he shall be destitute of food. That's right. There's one that is wise, teaches many. Yeah, you could know a couple scriptures and shit like that, and you could wow the people. Oh, look how I cut this Edomite, man. This Edomite came up and I cut the Christian pastor. That's simple, man. That's easy to do. If you've been in the truth for long enough, you can do that, man. Because these people, they don't know the scriptures. They don't know absolutely a damn thing about the scriptures. Even the pastor in the church, they don't know nothing. So you come up there and you cut them up with a couple scriptures, and you think you some big top top teacher.
Yeah.
You know? But the spiritual man judges all things. We see you through the spirit for who you truly are. A snake in the grass. You know?
Like,
A serpent. Matter of fact, can I get this here? Sirach 1. Sirach chapter 1, verse. Sirach chapter 1, verse 21. It says, "Be not a hypocrite in the sight of men." Matter of fact, let me start at 27. "For the fear of the Lord is wisdom and instruction. Faith, meekness are his delight. Distrust not the fear of the Lord when thou art poor, and come not unto him with a double heart. Be not a hypocrite in the sight of men, and take good heed what thou speakest."
that's right. Take good heed what thou speakest. You see, you're not taking heed what you're speaking. You know, because you don't know what you're talking about. Ultimately, this is why you had to throw. This is why you got to start blowing all kind of dust and shit by saying, oh, sleeping with white women. You're teaching that it's okay to sleep with prostitutes. You see, you're just derailing the whole topic. You're just ducking the whole topic now. You know, why are you trying to duck the topic now? Now that, you know, brothers are getting on you. And brothers is bringing out all kind of information about the Sihib. You know? All kind of information. You know? How it correlates with commerce, with buying and selling. You know? Even a couple of years back, I even posted up a visual example on that Sihib, on how you got the company over there. What is it, in Wyoming? I think it was in
Foursquare Market.
Yeah, Foursquare Market. You know, even I brought that on. You know, they actually did a live interview on them actually receiving that thing, and actually, you know, and later on in that interview, you actually see them actually purchasing goods with that Sihib.
And every day it intensifies. It's on TV, man.
Yeah, that's right.
It's everywhere. It's not like it's just, you know, back in the past, a couple years ago, and it just stopped. Nah, it's keep going, like the brother said. You know?
Yes, elevated.
It's elevating. It's
you know, Elon Musk talking about, you know,
the Neuralink.
The Neuralink. You know.
Then you got now you go to the Amazon places, and a lot of them don't even accept cash, man. You know, even the central bank, even the Federal Reserve told you that they were getting rid of the cash, man. When you just look at the news, man, all you gotta, hey, like the brother said, man, in the car when he was coming up here, you know, when he did his video, don't shoot the messenger, man. I was just watching it, you know, on the way up here, man, and you know, these guys are not watching. Dumb dogs that cannot bark, you know, loving to slumber, man, loving to sleep. If you have a dog and he doesn't bark when somebody is entering your house, that means that dog is worthless. That's a dumb dog.
That's right. You can't see. I'm blind. The watchmen are all blind. You know, you're blinded to the fact that you can't see this thing. You know, your eyes are blind. You can't see it.
And then your congregation is blind because they follow you.
That's right.
What's that? Amos 3 and 3? No. That's what can two walk together. So I say if the blind lead the blind, it's both fall into the ditch.
That's right. That's what Yahushua said.
That's what Yahushua said. Okay. Oh, let me finish this. I go ahead. Sirach 1 and 30 says, "Exalt not thyself." So this guy exalt himself, man. And these guys call themselves the vanguard of Israel, the last. You know what I'm saying? It says, "Exalt not thyself lest thou fall, and bring dishonor upon thy soul. And so the Most High shall discover thy secrets, and cast thee down in the midst of the congregation, because thou camest not in the truth to the fear of the Lord, but thy heart is full of deceit."
That's right. That heart is full of deceit. You know, your heart is full of deceit. You know, because to change the subject and to bring out, oh, you're teaching that you can sleep with prostitutes. You know, that's deceit right there. Because here it is. You didn't prove the point. You know, why don't you get to the point and prove your point? You know, prove that, you know, that that what you're saying. Well, you're saying that the Sihib is what spiritual. Okay, then prove it. Because all you got to do is just do process of elimination when it comes to that Sihib. You know, this is how we know it's the Sihib. Because how is it spiritual when everybody in this world is not spiritual?
the devil who's administering the mark is not a spiritual man.
That's right. So how this is all that cancels that right there. That totally cuts that. That's not the so the mark of the beast being spiritual is not it, that's not it. You know?
When's the last time you went to the store and they asked you for some philosophy?
Exactly.
You know? Hey, philosophy, you go buy and sell with them. What do you believe in? You believe in Jesus or you believe in the devil?
Exactly.
You know, like, come on, man. Do you believe in the Quran or do you believe in, are you an atheist?
Exactly.
Come on, bro.
Okay, what about, it's sleeping with white women. So, here it is. Why is it that when you go to a merchant, when you're purchasing something, why they don't ask you, where's your white woman at?
Do you have a Caucasian woman?
Where is she?
Where is she? And we need her to verify your purchase.
Exactly. You know? So that cancels it out because in verse Revelation 13 and 17 it says that no man might buy or sell save he that has the mark, or the number of his image. So how is it that you can still buy or sell, when you don't have a white woman there right next to you? Or they're not asking you, where's your white woman?
It's sin, brother. It's sin, brother.
Or what about sin? Why, when you go to when you're trying to purchase goods, they're not asking you,
did you sin today?
Did you sin?
I know you ate some pork today.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, we can't sell you this item because you sinned. Or we're not buying your goods because you sinned.
You're not a Mo, so you can't buy here.
Exactly.
Yeah. You're not a Mo. Hey, these guys are basic in their understanding, man.
Simple, man.
They're low.
Yeah.
Scriptures speak about the low hanging fruit.
That's right.
Not all Israel is of Israel, man. Not all Israel is part of the Most High's flock, man.
That's
Scripture say
right.
if they were my sheep hear my voice and they follow me, man. The Lord Yahushua would not be on the scene talking about what the fuck you guys are talking about, man.
That's right.
He wouldn't be here talking about none of that shit, man. Can you imagine this? Here it is, the so-called white man, the devil that he is, he's going to come in there and have you purchase stuff with a philosophy. He don't even believe in his own shit.
That's right.
So how the hell is his own people? He needs to see something physical. There's a physical man. This is something that's going to go inside of you, man.
Yeah, physical.
It's physical, bro. How hard is it to fucking understand, man?
Yeah, let's get physical.
Let's get physical like that song.
Exactly. This devil, he wants to get physical with the people.
Yeah, he wants to insert himself inside of you, man.
That's right.
Like a rapist did. Hey, the devil, these devils are rapists, man. Look at how they took the earth. They inserted themselves in places where they don't belong.
That's right.
And now they're going to insert themselves in the people.
That's right.
All right?
With their mark.
With their mark.
Hey, what does it say? He causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond to receive a mark. So that's talking about everybody. But according to you Wi-Fi niggas, you saying that it's spiritual. But wait a minute, everybody on this earth is not spiritual.
Everybody on the earth don't believe in Jesus.
Exactly. So how is that the mark? How is that the mark of the beast? You see?
They don't believe. Jake got offended.
Exactly.
Jake got offended because I said Jesus. Yeah. You can't touch the Latin tribes in Jesus.
Well, Jesus is not the name of the Lord. The name of the Lord is Yahweh Shai, not Jesus, because there was no J. There's no J in the Hebrew language, in the ancient Paleo Hebrew language, which we go by.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's
that don't make no sense, man. That's some bullshit, man. And then the white woman thing, that's the dumbest shit I ever heard.
Oh yeah,
that's the dumbest shit I ever heard, man.
That's just beyond.
You can't sleep with a white woman. That's wicked.
Oh, that's just beyond madness.
That's madness, man. King David had white women, man.
Madness. Actually, King Solomon had white women. He had many white women.
He had many.
He had many Edomite women.
Many Edomite women. Just in our forefathers, man. What do you think happened when we took down Amalek and all these nations, man? We was dealing with their women. Did the Lord say, "Hey, you're going off I'm gonna destroy you because you're dealing with the woman. He said when you see the captive, a beautiful woman amongst the nations that you conquer, you can take her as your one of your concubines. And that's biblical, man. That's biblical, man. But here it is, these guys are running around talking about multiple wives and shit. What about that, man?
Yeah, what about that?
What about that? The white woman can't be your wife. She could be your concubine, man. Which is a lesser wife. It's basically like a plaything, man. Your wife, she has a higher position than the concubine, man.
That's right.
The only ones you can be your wife is one of these the women on the sign. A so-called Negro woman, a so-called West Indian woman, Ephraimite woman, a Brazilian woman, one of the tribes, man.
Yeah.
A Haitian woman. You can marry her and have create a covenant with her.
That's right.
But a devil, you can't do that with her. She's a devil. She ain't nothing but a plaything, man.
Yeah, and it's against the law.
Against
You said
the law.
you shall not give your daughters to marry unto their sons, nor that you should give their daughters unto your sons. You know? But there's nothing wrong with having a concubine because it's also in the law too. Because it says that if you take down a nation and you see of the captives a beautiful woman, you let her, she shaves her head, you let her mourn her family. Then for 30 days, then after that, you could deal with her. You could go in onto her. So you could deal with these women of these other nations. As concubines. It's in the law. So you women that get butthurt to get especially our women on the sign, you know what I'm saying? You come up against brothers talking about, you would not be dealing with no women of the other nations. Like, woman, shut the fuck up, all right? Because you don't know the law, all right? It's in the law, all right? We could deal with these women of these other nations, all right? It's in the law. So you're gonna argue with the law? You're gonna come up against brothers all out of order? You're gonna be destroyed. You women on the sign right here that claim you in the truth, and you coming and you bucking up against brothers in the truth, you're gonna be destroyed. Keep your mouth shut. All right? Like the scripture says, let the woman learn in silence.
That's right. That's right.
Keep your fucking mouth shut.
That's right. Because we ain't like these other Israelite groups, panda bear niggas, like Apostle Ricard like to call them. These fucking feminine niggas, They worship the woman as if she's over you, and she's to tell you what to do, and we're the authorities, man. The Lord said that in Genesis 3:16, He said that desire shall be towards thy husband, he shall rule over you. That's right. So we're to rule over the woman, and in the kingdom of heaven, we're gonna rule over the woman again. Matter of fact, before the kingdom of heaven, when all hell breaks loose, when all hell breaks loose, these women are gonna be right in subjection underneath the men. Matter of fact, some of them are coming already into the fold. Some of them are learning their place. That's right. Because a lot of these, even the normal niggas in the world, they're leaving these women and they're like, man, I ain't dealing with this fucking crazy bitch. I don't know, this is crazy. I'm going to the Philippines, give me a nice little wife over there. Hey, but
That's how bad.
that's how bad it is.
Like, you women, you abuse yourself with too much liberty. And then, here it is, you got the so-called white man gassing your head up, thinking that you're equal to a man. Thinking that you're not even that. He got you thinking that you're better than us. And that we're nothing but second-class citizens unto you. But really, you're truly the second-class citizens because we're over you. And really what's really going to turn this whole thing around, what's going to really turn this thing right side up, is when all hell breaks loose, We're going to see how much better than, how much you think you're better than us when all hell breaks loose. We're going to truly see, say if you got what it takes. We're going to really see. So that whole thing is going to be tested. It's going to be put to the ultimate test. Your strong, independent self, Oh, you don't need a man, Well, we're gonna see if you don't need it. If you're gonna talk that talking that day. We're gonna see if you're gonna have that same energy when all hell. Let's see if you have that same kind of energy when all hell breaks loose.
Keep the same energy.
Yeah, keep that same energy.
Hey, this is 1 Timothy, just to back you up, 2 and 12. Matter of fact, 11. It says, matter of fact, 9. Matter of fact, it says, likewise, that the women adore themselves in modest apparel. Mm-hmm. You know, you gotta cover up, man. You gotta cover yourself up, man. You know, you gotta show some type of dignity and respect to your husband, for yourself, for your husband, and then for the Most High. You know, it says with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broidered hair or gold or pearls or costly array. You know, a woman's supposed to just be modest, man, a decent woman, man. You know, not be a fucking slut and a hoe. You know, like today in America. It says, but which becometh women professing godliness with good works. And what's the good works? Really, the woman's good works is to serve her husband, man. That's what she was created to do. Not to be a stripper pole dancer, man, or an OnlyFans model, or a career woman, or you know, or a single hoe.
Was, you know?
Like out there at all hours of the morning, hours of the night. You know what I'm saying? Doing all kind of madness and shit.
Jumping from man to man.
Jumping from man to man to man.
No, that's
you know? That's what select is. You know?
But you see, America allows you to do all this because you know you've been given much liberty. But you see that this is all about to turn around real soon. All right?
It says,
because judgment is coming. You know, we're already seeing that the Lord is pouring out judgment upon the earth right now. Just look at over there in Turkey and Syria. You had a 7.8 magnitude earthquake hit that place. Over 25,000 deaths over there. Exceedingly. 25,000 deaths.
And counting.
And counting.
And counting, yeah. Yeah, because, you know, that's the, you know, you don't even know how much people died yet.
Yeah, come on. That's the terror of Yahweh Shem Shai. That's the terror of the Lord right there.
Goddamn city broken in half, man.
All right.
City broken in half. That was, you know, a seismic event. Imagine when the missiles hit, man. As I say, the elements of fervent heat. You know, how much people died off of just an earthquake? Buildings collapsing, cars, you know, crashing into each other, people killing each other for food. You know, all kind of shit, man. So, yeah, right in, man. So you gotta get right. You know, so this is the end. And you men, you gotta get right, and you women, you gotta get right. Let me get to that. Let me just finish this out. 1 Timothy 2 and 11 said, "Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp the authority over the man."
And you women, you claiming that you teaching, like keep your fucking mouth shut, like Elder Apostle Gabar. You know, you got this fucking maniac, this fucking lowlife, Vocab Malone, talking every day. Many Israelites don't believe in the 12 tribes chart. And here it is, he gonna do a demonstration and put up 2 black women trying to break down that the 12 tribes chart is false. You know?
Shit is completely
like what kind of shit is that? What kind of low life shit is that? You know? Rather than him bringing up, you know, but that's the devil for you. Because the devil, he likes that our women are against us, you know? He likes when our women come up against us, you know? Come up talking shit. But here it is that those 2 women had no understanding whatsoever. Because the scripture says that the tabernacle of the Lord is with men, not women. But you see, our women are completely out of order. This is why the Lord says, start at my sanctuary. Because we're going to have to bring law and order to our nation, to our people. Because they're completely out of order, especially in this truth. Especially in this truth, you know? You know, they be the worst ones.
The worst one. I seen this one chick. I see this chick is famous, man. You know, I don't know if I mentioned her before in the video. This chick, his daughter, or some chick, Jolene, whatever she called herself. Her. I think I mentioned it the other week though, but her, she's super famous on there on the social media sites. And here it is, she got like 5 times as much followers as Nate does. And Nate is supposed to be the IUIC leader, man, right? But here it is, this woman sitting there getting all this attention. You know, that's out of order, and she's supposed to be married to one of the IUIC dudes. And they ain't not checking into this shit, man. And they be having all kind of women teaching too, man. In these different groups. You know? IUIC has done it, and other groups have done it too, man. Allow these women to teach, call themselves breaking down the tribes and doing all this different shit. This shit is out of order, man. This is why we're in the situation that we're in, because our people are fucking out of order, man.
Yeah, we're in the whole book of Acts all over again. You know? This is why the Apostle Paul had to check these churches. You know, why you think these the apostles, you know, had to check these churches? Because our nation, they're out of order. You know, our women, they have no business teaching. Period. You know,
Their job is to guide the house.
and I guarantee you, them 2 women that were out there trying to, you know, expose the 12 tribe sign, trying to say that it's false. I bet you they don't have no husbands. You know, where's your husband?
They got many husbands, man.
Yeah, con.
Many husbands, and then they don't have no real man in the house. They don't have no real, you know. They got some. If they do got a dude, they got some, like, you know, one of these new American age niggas.
You know, they probably got a Pookie and a Ray Ray.
Probably got a Pookie and a Ray Ray at the
You know,
house.
that's all you women deal with. You know, especially the women of our nation. They deal with Pookie and Ray Ray. You know, they give their best lives to Pookie and Ray Ray, to the wicked kind of nigga. But when they start to get all old and all, you know, all old and all used up and raggedy, now they want you. You know,
Yeah.
now they want to be with you. You know, now they want you with that old ass pussy. You know,
That's right. That's right, man. It's a sad thing.
but you know,
It's a sad
that's
thing.
the curses though.
It's the curses. Yeah, it's a sad thing because our women are supposed to be beautiful. They're supposed to be in order, man. We don't hate our women. We just tell her how it is.
Just like these,
We just tell her how it is.
Yeah, come. Just like these 4 women that young women, tenderonis that passed us. You know, those are kind of that's the time that you wife up a woman.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
when she's like, you know,
16,
young as
17, just like that.
You know, they're probably like 12, 13. But that's the time you
Shit.
get them. You get them while they're young.
Around there, yeah.
You know, not when they're 40 years old, 45 years old. That you know,
5 kids.
5 kids with 5 kids by 3 other different men, four different men.
50, 100 bodies.
You know,
Yeah.
more than that. Shit.
Yeah, 50 or 100 bodies. You know?
That. You know.
But the way things are supposed to run is that the man, nobody's supposed to look at your woman. No other man should be able to say, "Oh, I popped this man's woman." You know? That's a shame, man.
Yeah, that's a damn.
That's a damn shame. That's a disgrace, man. But here it is in this world. Even you Adam Abbott dudes who call yourself, you know, you guys sleeping with harlots. Your women are harlots. You know, hey, just like that, bro. You know, hey, don't shoot the messenger. But your women have had other men's meat up inside of them, man. Let's just be real.
That's right.
You didn't get your woman when she was a virgin, man. I could bet any amount of money. You know, for the most part, you know.
And she was probably a harlot too before you even got with her.
Before you even got with her, she was doing all kind of shit with different men, with women. You know what I'm saying? Because these women, they get down with all kind of shit, bro.
That's right.
They get down with all kind of shit. They're fucking, they fucking their best friends, their sisters. You know, they so-called besties from school. You know, they're doing all kind of shit, man. They're going to these parties, they're getting drunk, getting fondled. You know, like, yeah, they're having all these abortions. You know, especially the women on the sign, man.
That's right.
Especially the women on the sign, man. Having all kind of manner of abortions. It's like a goddamn graveyard inside that booth, inside that box. It's a haunted graveyard up in there, man.
That's right.
Nothing but dead feces. You know? It's the truth.
Yeah.
It's the truth, man.
It's like Elder Apostle Gabar always says, you gotta deal with reality. You know? You gotta deal with reality here. That's just reality. But you see, y'all want to deal with fantasy here.
Hey, but let me say this though. You know, if you get a decent woman, whatever, and the Lord has you to deal with her, hey, matter of fact, what does it say in Amos 7? just so we can prove the point, right? Just so we can prove the point, because it says your wife should be a harlot in the city. Amos chapter 7, verse 16 says, now therefore hear the words of the Lord, and says, prophesy not against Israel, and drop not thy word against the house of Isaac. Therefore thus saith the Lord, thy wife shall be a harlot in the city, and thy sons and thy daughters shall fall by the sword, and thy land shall be divided by lion, and thou shalt die in a polluted land, and Israel shall surely go into captivity forth of his land. You know? So if you get a woman and she's pleased to dwell with you, and y'all cool or whatever, you know, hey, that the part of the curses is that woman has already been touched by men. All right, that's part of the curses. And the Lord said your wife will be a harlot in the city. So part of the curses is that you have to deal with your woman being touched by other men. She might even have a child or two. You don't even, that's up to you to decide what you want to deal with, or whatever the case may be. But the scripture says a godly woman is given to a godly man. You know? So we're dealing with what we're dealing with here in America, man. Plus we're in captivity. We're dealing with the worst of the worst. You know? So because certain brothers want to deal with harlots and shit like that, or whatever the case may be, that's their prerogative, man. That's their prerogative. It's in the scriptures, and if you want to get married to one of these women, you want to shackle up with them, or whatever the case may be, that's you. Yeah, that's what you're gonna do.
At the end of the day, we're all guilty of committing adultery.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, these women have many men in their lives. That's right. Because here it is, Esau. He says that it's illegal to deal with an underage woman. Like the only time when you really could get a woman, a virgin at that, is when she's like around like 12 or so.
But y'all both in high school.
Yeah. And even that, because these women, they start off very young too.
13, 14, 15.
They start young, So it's very difficult, right now to kind of actually find a virgin,
Damn near impossible.
Damn near, yeah, next to impossible. So, we're already going off at that because we look at these women, we lust after them, but we decide to lay with them because at the end of the day, we're men. We're men.
You're still gonna have them urges, man.
That's right. We're men.
You're still gonna have them. We're still battling, man. Still gonna have them urges. You still need to go. It's not like your rod is gonna magically disappear.
That's right.
It's actually part of your you staying alive, because once your rod don't work, you're basically on your deathbed. It actually says that in the scriptures. King David, they brought him a nice little tenderoni, and he couldn't deal with her, and that's when they knew that he was gonna die. He didn't have no more strength. So that's natural. That's a part of life. That's a part of life, dealing with women, But in this society, everything is fucked up, man. Because even in this world, you got women, but then you gotta worry about other men, like the brother was saying. Other men, you gotta worry about diseases, you gotta worry about this, that, problems, and all this different shit, man. When in a righteous society, the women would not be a burden. They would actually be a blessing, man. Because you would actually have your children with them.
Yeah, this is real quick. Yep. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 9. But if they cannot contain, let them marry, for it is better to marry than it is to burn. So it's better for you to marry than it is to burn. Than it is to like that's a horrible thing. It's a horrible feeling. You ever, had them urges at late at night, you know what I'm saying? And then you start burning it, you're trying to hit a woman up to come through, and she
playing games.
And you don't manage. Yeah, you don't manage, and she doesn't end up coming through. You try to call another woman, then another woman, and they don't come through, and you just there suffering like that. That shit's hell.
That's why in jail they got conjugal visits, man. Because them dudes be spending long years without women. That's why they turn gay, because they ain't seen no woman, man.
Yeah, that's wickedness. That's another reason why this devil got to go down. That's another reason why Esau, the so-called white man, got to go down. Because you know he's a fucking beast. You know that's one of many reasons why this devil he's just got to go down.
He has to be removed up out of power, man. Because he's averse to life. You can't even scripture say be fruitful and multiply. You can't even be fruitful and multiply. Because every goddamn thing in this place is too expensive. You gotta work your ass out. You can't even enjoy your children. Your children are being raised up in a society full of moles, full of alphabet people, full of transformers. So you can't even raise your child up in righteousness, man. Because here it is, your family members are all fucked up in the brain. You know, then you have your children, your son or your daughter, whatever the case may be. You're trying to raise them up the right way, and here it is, the society is telling them that, you know, you can chop your rod off and turn yourself into something else against nature.
And then you have these celebrities, these big celebrities promoting that shit.
You know, Dwayne Wade, you know, Gabrielle Union, Lil Nas X. It goes on and on, man. You know? They're promoting witchcraft, they're promoting sodomy, they're promoting everything underneath the sun that's wicked. And then they push it to the younger generations that makes the generations underneath them turn wicked, man. I remember when we was in school, man. Like, you know, my so-called generation, we was bad enough. We was bad enough. You know, I look at my fathers in them generations, they wasn't as bad as we were.
That's right. Every generation gets worse and worse. You know? So this is why this devil, he got to be put down, because shit is just getting out of control. You know, this is why Yahweh Shem Yahshai got to put this devil down. You know, put this devil to sleep. Because the scripture says, the Lord said, would accept those days be shortened.
Spirit.
Oh yeah, Con, yeah, that's the spirit. Get that.
It says Matthew 24 and 22. Except those days shall be shortened, there shall no flesh left to be saved.
That's right. Except those days be shortened, there shall no flesh left to be saved.
But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened.
But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So these days right now are being shortened for the elect's sake. You know, here it is. We got the Passover coming up. You know, like 3 weeks away, huh? Yeah, 3 weeks away. You know, so the Lord is, you know, the Lord is shortening the days.
It's spiritual, because when every day you look, the days get shorter and shorter, days last less and less. You know, and the time is moving quick. As they say in the world, time waits for no man. Right? Time is not waiting around for you to, you know. This is why you gotta, the scripture says, seek the Lord every day, daily.
Seek ye the Lord. Let me get that.
Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. You know, you're supposed to seek this thing out right now.
That's right.
All these people that walk by, man, they're not seeking the Lord. All these people that you know, they're living their lives, they're traveling, they're doing their thing. They're not seeking after the Most High, His Son. That's why the scripture says the Lord's going to come as a thief in the night. Yeah. And I was watching your old video. Yeah. So you was bringing out, said the Lord's going to come as a thief in the night. Yeah, man. These brothers been warning for years, man.
That's right.
These brothers been blowing the trumpet, and in the city, and the people, they're not afraid. They're not afraid. These fucking people are not afraid, because their lives are still good. They still ride around their nice little chariots. They still live in their little luxurious apartments. They still walk around in their nice little clothes with their fucking new boots. You seen them boots?
Yeah.
They seen them new boots, the Ronald McDonald boots.
Yeah.
They had them $300-$400 boots. They look ridiculous, man. But as long as they could do that dumb shit, hey, they're cool, man. You know,
nothing is. It's, you know, they still can go shopping. You know, still can go to concerts, see their favorite celebrities.
Hey, Beyonce put out their tickets, and everybody's spending their taxes on that shit.
Hell yeah.
$5,000 for a damn ticket, man.
Hell yeah.
So you can watch a witch perform a seance.
That's right. All right. So this is Isaiah chapter 55 verse 6.
That's right.
Seek ye the Lord while ye may be found. Call ye upon him while he's near.
Yeah, while he's near, right now. Because when the Lord visits this earth, you ain't gonna be able to call on him. You know?
Yeah. Verse 7. Let the wicked forsake his ways, and the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto the Lord, and he will have mercy upon him, and to our God, our power, for he will abundantly pardon. So now, more than ever, you got to seek Yahweh Shem Yahushua more than ever now, because we're getting that much close, Like I said, a couple of weeks ago, we're just this close, just this close. So now more than ever, we got to seek Yahweh Shem Yahushua more than ever now, because time is getting short, judgment is being rolled out, all kind of matter of stuff is happening. World War III is being, World War III is intensifying, So we're definitely living in the times. We're living in those times. We're in those times, and there's no turning back. Right now, there's no turning back. So it's either you get this now, or you're just gonna have to, take part in the destruction that's about to come.
It's not a light thing. Exactly, it's not a light thing. It's not a light thing to die by the hands of the Lord, to die by famine. The scripture says it's better to die by the sword than by famine. It's not a light thing to see your daughter, your sons, get murdered by the sword, man.
That's right.
In front of you, man, get decapitated, or whatever the case may be. Get eaten up by a goddamn mountain lion, or whatever the case may be. The Lord got newly created creatures that He's going to release on these people. He's going to release on these devils. The Lord's going to do a lot of things, man. It's going to be horrific. The scripture say we're going to meditate terrors upon you devils, but the Lord's also meditating terrors too.
That's right. You're gonna, like the brother said, especially in these zoos, you're gonna have these lions and these apes up in these zoos and things like that. You're gonna escape tearing people up,
And they're angry too. They've been caged up.
Yeah, come.
If you had them in a damn exhibit, poking them with fucking, these animals, man, they're gonna turn on you people, man.
That's right.
And the Lord's gonna put the spirit on them to start eating you niggas up. Like that movie, The Cocaine Bear.
Yeah.
You see that?
Nah, I didn't see
the bear was on cocaine, man. He was just crazy. He was just ripping shit apart and shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's coming. Yeah, bears too. Why do you think these bears are breaking into these houses? You got bears that's coming out, breaking into these, especially these Edomites, because Esau, he's the one that dwells out there, and he's out there in the wilderness and shit like that.
Yeah, you got crocodiles, alligators.
Why you think these bears are breaking into these Edomites' houses? Because they fed up,
You got all kind of beasts, man. Matter of fact,
that's right.
I'm trying to get that movie. The Lord's gonna release them on you people, man. It says Wisdom of Solomon 11 and verse 15. But for the foolish devices of their wickedness, wherewith being deceived they worship serpents, void of reason, and vile beasts, thou didst send a multitude of unreasonable beasts. Thou didst send a multitude of unreasonable beasts upon them for vengeance. See, these beasts, you're not gonna be able to reason with them. Oh no, stop, like a dog. You try to talk them down. You can't reason with them. That's right. It says that they might know that therewith a man sinneth. By the same shall he be punished. For thy almighty hand that made the world of matter without form, wanted not means to send among them a multitude of bears. A multitude of bears and of fierce lions, man. It says, or unknown wild beasts.
That's right, unknown wild beasts.
Full of rage, newly created.
That's right, full of rage, newly created.
Breathing out either a fiery vapor or filthy sense of scattered smoke, or shooting horrible sparks out of their eyes.
Oh yeah, you gonna see that.
When have you ever seen that in human history?
That's right.
You're gonna see that coming up.
That's right. Breathing fire. Imagine a beast blowing fire.
Blowing fire at your fucking ass, man.
Yeah, come on.
All you fucking women, all you niggas talking shit. You know, the Lord's gonna send you. You know, because you don't respect, you know, the word of the Lord. You don't respect us, the messenger.
That's right.
You know, you don't respect none of that, man. So you're gonna learn to respect the hard way, man.
That's right.
You know, like a child, they don't respect shit unless you beat the shit out of them.
That's right.
You know, and then they start to respect.
That's
You know,
right.
that's what the Lord is gonna do to these people, because these people are children, man.
Come on.
They have the mentality of a goddamn 5-year-old, man, 6-year-old.
That's
You
right.
know,
Especially our people on the side.
yeah,
right?
especially these people.
Especially Israel. Y'all the most stiff-necked, hard-headed people on the planet. So, the Most High is about to whip you up real good too, by way of pain, suffering, death,
Good, man.
destruction.
Whip your ass good. Hey, that's heavy right there, man. Hey, this is the Almighty. Let me read that again. Wisdom of Psalm 11:17. For that Almighty hand that made the world of matter without form, wanted not means to send among them a multitude of bears, or fierce lions, or unknown wild beasts full of rage, newly created, breathing out either a fiery vapor or 50 cents of scattered smoke, or shooting horrible sparks out of their eyes, whereof not only the harm might dispatch them at once, but also the terrible sight utterly shall destroy them.
Yeah,
Meaning, you got it.
Yeah, come, the terrible sight shall utterly destroy them. You know. So even by looking at these beasts, you're just gonna drop dead.
Catch a heart attack.
You know.
You're gonna catch a heart attack just by seeing, you know, how these women,
Exactly.
you know, motherfucking bear, about 10 feet tall come at you. You're gonna die.
That's why them she-bears were one of the 42 children.
Right.
That's why, you know, Jeremiah, you know, when he put them curses on them children, you know, them like 2 she-bears just came out of the woods and fucking devoured them, ripped them to shreds.
Oh yeah, look at what's that? Ezekiel. He said, "Go up that bald head. Go up that bald." They were talking shit to Ezekiel, man.
Yeah, come. Oh, that was Ezekiel.
Let me see. Go up. Because they were talking shit. They were talking shit, man.
And they were running their mouth.
They were running their mouth, man. Oh, it was Elijah, my fault.
Yeah, Elijah.
Yeah, it says 2 Kings 2:23. And he went up from thence unto Bethel, and he was going up by the way. There came forth little children out of the city and mocked him and said, "Go up, thou bald head. Go up, thou bald head." They was talking shit to the prophet.
Yeah, come.
And this is why, you know, you people, you need to watch what the fuck you say, because you don't know who you fucking with. You don't know who you're dealing with, man. Especially to the men of the Lord.
That's right.
You know, because these little children that were talking to Elijah, they didn't know who Elijah was. They were just running their mouth, man. This is why the Lord said what? that a man shall give account
For every idle word.
every idle word that a man shall speak.
Yeah, that's just
These were little children.
You guys live?
Yeah.
yeah.
What is it for? What?
We're the Israelites. We're the Israelites. You heard about Israel?
Yeah, right here. These people on the sign right
Yeah,
here.
we're the
true
Israelites.
people.
I'd be liking that.
Can
Can I say hello?
What's your nationalities, by the way?
Irish, Italian.
Irish. Your father's Irish.
My
Y'all
mother's
could really
Italian.
be Israelites, you know.
I am Catholic, so I probably am a little
Y'all
Israeli.
believe in the Bible?
Yeah, I'm Catholic.
Believe in the Bible?
Yeah.
Well,
Like Irish.
Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Every morning, every night, baby.
The word Catholic means universal.
That's right.
So salvation is for the Israelites. That's what we teach. Salvation for the nation of Israel. Contrary to the church and all that, they've diluted the Bible to the people. You know?
That's right.
Yes.
So that's basically, you know, what we're doing. What y'all about to do? You're about to go to.
As long as my ass is in heaven, I don't care. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like you are Israel. You know, you go back to Israel because the Irish, Italians, you know, the Moors. You heard about the Moors, right?
But the what?
The Moors.
No.
Yeah, the Moors, which were so-called Negroes. What happened was we took over those places like Ireland, you know, Italy, you know. We killed off all the men, and what we did, we
Excellent
led with the
job.
women, you know. So our seed is all over all throughout Ireland and Italy. You know.
Okay, I'll give you guys a good look.
Just let them go. Just let them go. They
Yeah,
clearly
so,
they got better stuff to do.
So we're
They
Israelites.
got better stuff to do.
You know what I mean?
You teach the women and they're completely out. They're completely everything's a fucking joke to them. You know what I'm saying? They might as well just go and do what they're gonna do, man. You know what I'm saying? It's you know what I'm saying? Through the Spirit of the Lord. This is why we don't teach the women, man. Because they take everything as a fucking joke, man. You know, being facetious and shit. You know, like this is some joke.
Posing in front of the camera.
Yeah, posing in front of the camera, acting like this is not.
But that's one.
This is not what the truth is about. You know, the truth is about teaching the scriptures, man. And really, this is why the Most High didn't give the knowledge to the women, because the women they're just gone. They might as well just
just live it up.
They might as well just live it up, man. Because
it's gonna be hell. You know what I mean? It's gonna be hell.
When a woman comes up here, man, you know what I'm saying? We ain't really concerned with teaching their asses, man, because they ain't gonna get shit. You know?
They ain't gonna get this no way.
They ain't gonna get this shit no way. Matter of fact, do you have a husband and are you single, man? How about that? You know? And we could get together or whatever, but we ain't here to teach that women. But anyways, going back to the point, the Lord's gonna do a number, man, on these people, man. Yeah, the Lord's gonna do a number on these people. Hey, because they don't move with no fear. They don't move with no respect. They come up to the altar. You see, we're teaching the word, and everything's a fucking joke to these people, man. You know, whether or not these women were Edomites or more, whether they were Jake or not, they none of these people have no respect, man.
That's right.
Yeah, Alicia. Oh, matter of fact, let me finish that account. It says, 2 Kings 2 and verse 24, and he turned back and looked on him and cursed him in the name of the Lord. And there came forth 2 she-bears out of the wood and tear 40 and 2 children of them.
That's right, 40 and 2 children.
And he went from thence to Mount Carmel, and thence he returned to Samaria. Yeah, so they was messing with Alicia, man. And that's what they got, man. They got their asses chopped up, man. Chopped and screwed. Ripped to shreds. Chopped and screwed like T-Pain. So, some of you fucking people that do this, you run around talking shit, or you come in here disrespectfully, man, you don't know what the Lord's going to do to you. So that's why the scripture say keep that foot when I comes to the house of the Lord. Ecclesiastes 5:1, keep that foot. A lot of you fucking people, you're disrespectful, man, and you don't even realize what you're doing. That's right. You don't even realize what you're doing. Like hence that scenario with the little children that were talking shit to Alicia. Right. And Alicia was a man of glory, saying, commanded them she-bears, and they ate 40 and 2 children. And more of the judgment's gonna go out. The Lord's about to bring forth the hammer on especially these people on the sign. All right, the Lord's about to bring forth the hammer of judgment. But because this is the last time He's gonna have to get physical with our people. Because when we're in the kingdom, He's not gonna need to do none of this. But this is the last spanking that the Lord's gonna give our people, man. Yeah. The last real, good beating.
The last horrible spanking. Last horrible. It's gonna be the worst of the worst. This is gonna be the spanking to end all spankings.
The Lord's gonna do a number on our people, as He's already done. But this is gonna be like nothing you've ever seen.
That's right.
People the scripture say, "My people are led as a flock to the slaughter." The Lord is about to do a number on these people, man. Especially you fucking devils, man. Oh, yeah. Especially you devils. But our people are. Scripture say, start in my sanctuary first.
Yeah,
start in my sanctuary first.
Yeah, because we got to get rid of you niggas.
The rebels. It says in Ezekiel 20 and 38, the Lord's going to purge out all the rebels. And you got a lot of rebels amongst our people, so-called Negro, Latino, Native American. A fucking bunch of rebels, man. Especially those that know they're Israel. Oh, they're fucking rebellious, man. And they won't take heed to what we saying. So the Lord's gonna have to deal with you. Because in the ancient world, they would take heed to the mouth of the prophets, because they knew that was the Most High speaking to them. But nowadays, they don't see that. They don't realize that what we say, these are the words of Yahweh B'Shem Rashai. Everything we say is backed up by the scriptures. What's that? Matthew 10 and 20. It's not you that speak, it's the spirit of your Father that speaks within you. That's what. When you read First Peter's 4:11, it says, "If any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of the Most High." So we're speaking on behalf of the Lord.
Yeah, that's right.
We're speaking on behalf of the Lord. The Lord's not going to come down here and speak with you. The Lord's going to let His men do it, and then He's going to say, "Well, why didn't you listen to my servant? My servant, why didn't you listen to, whatever your name is? Why didn't you listen to Isaiah? Why didn't you listen to Ezekiel? Why didn't you listen to Noah? Why didn't you listen to Job? Why didn't you listen to Elijah? Why didn't you listen to John the Baptist? Why didn't you listen to Yahushua? Why didn't you listen to Peter, Paul, Matthew, Bartholomew, Andrew? These were the prophets, the men of the Lord. They were out there doing. Why didn't you listen to Stephen? You had to stone Stephen, right? Because Stephen was a righteous man. Just like today, they killed and stoned the true men of the Lord. Right now, they're not doing it physically, but they're doing it verbally, emotionally, right? To the point where it's going to eventually start. There's going to start being some martyrs, which there's already been in the past, like Abba Bivens. Abba Bivens put to death for the truth's sake. And certain other brothers, man. But yeah, that's the reality of the situation. That's the reality of the situation that we're dealing with. We're coming into some troublesome times, some harsh times, some rough times, but the Lord's about to start judging left and right. Scripture says Isaiah 6:15, the slain of the Lord shall be many. So it says, so Judges 16 and 19. Let me start at 18. It says, 17, my fault. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginnings of wars and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginnings of evil, what shall I do when these things shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for a minute.
That's right.
So, it says, behold, famine, plague, tribulation, and anguish are sent as scourges for a minute. So these things are going to be sent as scourges to amend you. An amendment is a change. So, these things are going to be sent to rectify the bad behavior of Israel.
That's right.
Because you got a lot of bad behavior, man. A lot of bad. But that's what they say. I'm on my worst behavior.
Yeah, you got a lot of fuckery going on. There's too much fuckery going on within the nation of Israel.
A lot of fuckery going on. A lot of weird shit. A lot of sodomy. A lot of foul, wicked shit. A lot of fucking obesity. A lot of diseases. The number one STD people on the earth is the Israelites. The so-called blacks, Latino, Native Americans. They're the number one with STDs.
Actually, they're the number one in everything. To be honest, high blood pressure,
abortions,
diabetes, high heart disease,
murder their own selves,
so
drug use.
Our people are the curse. That's why we're we're under these curses. It all goes back to the curses, at the end of the day. Because we don't want to take heed. We don't want to listen. So this is why the Most High is punishing us, and He's using our worst enemy to do it, and all these other nations, So, so the thing is, this is why we got to clean up our nation. And it's going to start with our people that know they're Israel too, because y'all the worst ones. Y'all worse than Jake in the world, So we gotta clean clean this nation up. And really, 2/3 of you are gonna be put to death in that day.
You gotta be cleansed, man.
You gotta be cleansed.
By that. Either you're gonna get cleansed by the word or by fire.
That's right.
That's it. The gospel is really, it's very simple. To be saved, you must return and repent to Yahweh Shem Yahshua.
That's right. You gotta return and repent to Yahweh Shem Yahshua, like the brother said. Because the doors of mercy is slowly closing, The time of grace is slowly coming to an end. Because right now we're under grace right now, you know? So you can repent, you know, while you still have time, but when that time ends, you know, there's no turning back at the end of the day. There's no recanting shit, you know? You're gonna try to say, oh yeah, I believe that the mark of the beast is the sea hip now. I believe now. I can see it. No. You can't recant. You can't recant or restate your statement in that thing. It's either you believe now that the sea hip is the mark of the beast, or you don't. Then you're gonna have to taste of that destruction. And then you know, the men that were under you, your followers, you know, they're gonna end up dying right along with you.
All right. And that was the Most High's doing.
Done.
The Most High said that the deceiver and the deceived are his.
Done.
You know? The Most High mingled up, you know, a lying spirit among those prophets to deceive you, so you could fall for their trap and you could be destroyed right along with them. Because you and him are in the same boat. Like us and the apostles and you know the men that we learned under, we're under the same boat because the Lord said, "What? My sheep hear me, and they hear my voice, and they follow me."
That's right.
And what else did the scripture say? If it was all possible, they would deceive the very elect. You know. So if we was not of the elect, we'd be deceived by the philosophy. You know.
This is the type of spiritual warfare that we're engaged in right now. You know. Because right now, you know, the truth is engaged in the spiritual warfare, you know. The true are men of the Lord, you know, of Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, and the armies of darkness, you know.
The armies of Sauron.
That's right.
the Dark Lord.
You know, you know. So there's no in between in this thing, you know. There's no the middle. There's no in between, you know. It's either you're on the devil's side or you're on the Lord's side, you know. It's either you're teaching the truth or you're not teaching the truth. Period.
There's no in betweens, man.
And like I stated earlier, you know, they're you know, teaching 10%, you know, 20%, you know, 30%, 50%, you know, 40%, 60%, 70%, 80%, or even 99.9% of the truth. You know, that's not going to count it. That's not going to cut.
100% knowledge.
Yeah, 100%. This is why the head apostles, they say 100% truth. Because you cannot, just like the head apostles, the head apostle Gabar would say, you cannot have no holes within your doctrine, you know? Because what the scripture says, a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump, if you may get that off.
Yeah. Imagine Noah's Ark had holes in it, man.
Gone.
They would have flooded, bro. They would have drowned, man. Everything got to be perfect.
Yeah, everything got to be perfect. 100% whole. Everything got to be whole. Like Esau liked to say, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
So help you God.
So help you God, you know? as if as if Esau tells the truth, you know?
As if he's a truthful man. He lives and dies by the word. And then he has you swear on the Bible, which is wicked. It's Galatians 5:8. It says, "This persuasion cometh not of him that calleth you." Matter of fact, verse 7. It says, "Ye did run well. Who did hinder you that ye should not obey the truth?"
That's right. Who shall hinder you that you shall not obey the truth? So you other camps out there, you're not obeying the truth.
Yep. Because you're emotional. And you lean upon your own understanding. So this persuasion cometh not of him that calleth you. A little leaveneth the whole lump.
Like the scripture says, a little leaveneth the whole lump. So if you got a little leaven, you know, that's going to mess up the whole thing. Just like this truth. You know? So even if you even teach it 99.9% of the truth, that's not going to cut it because you got a little leaven in your doctrine, in the truth. So that's gonna mess up everything. So that's not gonna count.
It's not
You know?
good enough.
It's not good enough. You gotta teach the 100% truth, the whole truth.
It's not good enough, man.
No?
It's not good enough, man. It says, verse 10, Galatians 5 and 10. It says, I have confidence in you through the Lord that you will not, that you will be none otherwise minded. And he that troubleth you shall bear his judgment, whosoever he shall be. Hey, these niggas are troubling us, man. These fucking clowns, they're troubling us, man. They're talking shit. They're running their mouths. Hey, so the Lord's going to have them bear their judgment. Because we're doing the right thing. You know, the brothers in the right spirit that learn from the apostles, that maintain the doctrine, you know, which is the doctrine of Yahweh Shem Shai, by the way, right? Here it is, you doing the right thing, and here's somebody troubling you, man. You know, you in the class trying to do the right thing, you know, and then somebody trying to fuck with you in the class. The teacher's gonna get on him.
That's right.
The teacher's gonna, you know, recompense that guy who's trying to mess with you, right? You know, he's gonna kick them out the class, get suspended, whatever's gonna happen to them, right? But you try to do the right thing. The teacher sees that, you know, they're gonna take, you know, whatever. If she's a good teacher, you know, they're gonna take that into consideration. The Lord's the same way, man. These people are troubling us while we're trying to get our education, man.
That's right, bro.
We're trying to get our degree, man, and graduate, you know. And here it is, this motherfucker trying to ruin your graduation, you know. Trying to ruin your ceremony, you know, that you have with the Lord, you know. Trying to ruin, you know. We're trying to do the right thing, keep the law, you know, do the right thing. You know, you niggas are doing this wrong. Here, there's some nigga that just popped up out of nowhere, man. A couple handful of years ago.
That's right. Now he's some
Now he's some master teacher.
bona fide, you know, teacher now. Now he got so much knowledge now. Now he's better than the apostles
The
now.
Lord is dealing with me, man.
You know. But you see that's why the head apostles of GMS and that's why we call you the glorified novice. Because you're nothing but a novice, you know. Adam Abbott, you know, Nyquam.
Yeah.
Because you're not humbling yourself, you know. You don't have no humility, you know. You think just because you have all them followers that are following you, like you know, you got it popping. But that don't mean shit. Because, you know, why does the
Oh, you got you.
yeah, get that up.
Hey, anybody can get some followers. Look at the nigga PewDiePie, man.
Yeah.
Speed. All these niggas can get in their followers. Soldier Boy.
Yeah.
Soldier Boy have. Does that mean these niggas are righteous?
Huh.
Come on, man. Anybody can get a little follower, man.
You know, yeah, just because you got some fucking bullshit ass clout, that don't mean shit, you know? Because the Most High is not impressed with that.
Which one let me get? Which one? Which one you want me to get?
Yeah.
But yeah. The Lord's not impressed with that type of shit.
Yeah. There it is. We don't really got, you know, the head apostle GMS, you know, they don't really got that much followers. But we know people are listening or hearing, you know. But yet they don't want to really listen to us. Because we give it to you straightforward, you know. We give you the truth raw and uncut, you know. And you know the saying that goes, you can't handle the truth. And that's true. You know, these people out here, they can't handle the truth. That's right. You know, when they hear that America's about to get ready to be destroyed, you know, when they hear about these concentration camps that Esau coming down with, you know, when they hear about, you know, there's going to be famine, that you won't be able to eat,
They're scared, man.
you know. You know, you don't want to hear that.
They turn their ears off.
Yeah, they turn their ears off.
They turn their ears off. Well, it's not nice. All right, let me turn on some BT.
Exactly.
Let me turn on you know, Housewives of this and that. And let me turn, you know, on some bullshit, man.
Yeah, or like the we always, like the head apostles, they always mention the movie The Road. You know, that the movie The Road wasn't too popular.
You know what was popular? Avatar.
Yeah, Khan.
That shit was popular, man.
Yeah.
You know. some fantastical shit.
Yeah, Con.
But a movie like The Road that was reality, like The Book of Eli.
Yeah, Con.
But these movies are not like super, 100, 200, 300, 400 million dollar movies. You know, if they're lucky, they made 20, 30 million at the box office. You know, because people don't like to deal with reality.
Yeah.
You know,
They like fantasy.
fantasy, man.
Like, why you think what Black Panther did so good?
Yeah, that was fantasy, man.
That was fantasy.
That was the first time they seen a so-called black superhero, man, on a major screen.
That's right. Why you think that movie did billions? And you really had our people really dressing up in dashikis and all that shit. You know? But yet you tell our people to go watch the movie The Road, you know, or The Book of Eli, you know, or one of these movies that actually deal with future reality, you know, because that's gonna be reality. The movie The Road.
Yeah, with Viggo Mortensen.
That's actually gonna happen because there's not gonna be no cops involved. And if you notice in these movies, there were no cops in these movies.
Stand up.
No law enforcement.
No government structure.
You know.
911 gone. You know.
Yeah, 911 was a thing of the past. You know. Even I Am Legend. You know. You know.
The great Will Smith.
That's right, Will Smith. I Am Legend. You know, like in that movie, there was no cops. There was nothing.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right, man. All hell break loose. All hell break loose, man. Gonna be every man for himself.
That's right.
And you better hope that the Most High Yahweh by Shinal Shah is with you. You better hope.
You better repent before that day, before that time comes.
Because you already know how crazy shit is already right now. You know, people, they'll run you over with their car right now if they could.
Oh yeah.
I was driving today, man. Almost got hit like 3-4 times. I wasn't even doing shit. I was just driving my car at a normal pedestrian speed, man. And here it is, these motherfuckers trying to run me off the road. Imagine when our hell break loose, man.
Oh yeah.
You already got crazy traffic with people going into a 9-to-5 job. So imagine when shit break,
Imagine when shit really hits the fan.
people are losing their minds because they couldn't get toilet paper.
Oh yeah.
You know? And, when the pandemic was happening.
Even before that, like years ago, when we had that pipe burst and that pipe leak and you couldn't really drink water from the fountain, people was running out of water, and you have people fighting over water. You know, that's going to be reality. Because when all hell breaks loose, when these truckers can't bring food into the grocery stores anymore, you know, y'all gonna panic and run to the grocery stores to try to get as much food as you can. You're gonna be fighting over food in there. There's gonna be food riots. You know, and the scriptures talk about that too. For the lack of bread, you know.
Man shall invade one another, man. We shall invade one another, man.
Because of the lack of bread.
The lack of bread, man. So that's when you figure out what a person really is about. Right now, these people, they just faking the funk. You know, your co-workers at your job, your family members, everybody's cool because they got enough to put in their mouth. They got car, they got gas in their tank, they got a couple bucks in the bank.
That's right.
And everybody plays the role, you know, hey, what's up? None of these niggas like you like that, man. They don't like you like that, bro.
Oh yeah, what proves that is Hurricane Katrina.
They don't like you like that.
Yeah, remember Hurricane Katrina?
Like
Here it is, you know. Here it is, Jake really found out who the devil was then. That their white neighbor, you know, that was kind to him. When all hell broke loose, they really found out how much of a devil this so-called white man is.
And the cops weren't there to help him.
Exactly.
The cops were the ones running around raping bitches.
Hell yeah.
And stealing and robbing, man.
You know? When you niggas came through that town, they pulled out that rifle and was just shooting at you, you know what I'm saying?
Like,
at will.
Help us.
You know?
Yeah.
These Edomites will lighten your ass up at will. You know?
Get out of here, nigger. Get out of here, you stinking nigger. Hey, they don't like you like that, man.
Exactly.
They don't like you like that. How you think this country was founded? This country was founded through slavery, man.
That's right.
Come on now. That's the truth.
Yeah, that's the truth.
And these devils, they laugh and grin and shit, and they oh my God, Hey, we real up here, man.
That's right.
We ain't like these fucking other Israelite groups, man. We ain't like the so-called Christians that's gonna, you tell the truth, bro.
Yeah, that's the truth.
That's the truth. These devils that walk by us, grinning and shit, man.
That's right.
You know what I mean? It's the truth, man. You fucking devils are responsible for a lot of atrocities, man.
That's right.
And when the societal breakdown, when it's not cool to be socially accept so-called black people, right? When it's not cool to do that shit, then you're gonna see who they really are.
That's right.
That's gonna see.
And you Hispanics too, Latin tribes too. Don't think you're getting off the hook with it just because you have the complexion for the protection. Right. Yeah, most of you, you're gonna get shot down too. Because all you are to the so-called white man is nothing but a Spanish-speaking nigga. A spick, a wetback.
Nothing but a goddamn, a servant.
That's right.
Come clean my toilet, cunt swallow. That's how these white people feel about you. Look at. I mean, we're the same people. Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. The Native Americans too. They look at you like a tonto.
That's right.
The so-called white man looks at you like a damn, like a drunk tonto. Which the reason why they're so fucked up is because of you devils.
That's right.
You devils came here and stripped them of their land, stripped them of their heritage, stripped them of everything.
Gave them alcohol.
Gave them alcohol and reservations.
That's right.
You look at the so-called Native American Indian, the Gadite, the Reubenite, they are destroyed. They are gone. They don't even have any self-confidence in themselves, man.
That's right.
When's the last time you seen a Native American do anything in this country?
And another thing too, there's you giving them bad food. Here it is. They suffer from diabetes and all kind of shit too. Because you devils, you giving them bad food to eat. This is how you devils operate. Why you think it's not a coincidence to why our people are high, in heart disease, diabetes, drugs, and alcohol and all of this stuff. It's you devils that push this stuff on our people.
Push the envelope.
Because you're trying to destroy us. But you ain't gonna destroy all of us though.
Like if you live in a place where
because there's a saying in the world, we don't die, we multiply.
Well, the Lord won't allow.
That's right.
It says Lamentation 4 and verse 16. It says the anger of the Lord has divided them, and He will no more regard them. They respected not the persons of the priest, and they favor not the elders. Yeah, that's our people. They don't respect their leadership. Neither do they respect the priest or the elders. It says, as for us, our eyes yet failed from our vain help, and watching for a nation that could not save us. They hunt our steps that we cannot go in our streets. Our end is near. Our days are fulfilled. Our end is come. It says our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of the heaven. They pursued us upon the mountains, and they laid wait for us in the wilderness. It says the breath of our nostrils, the anointing of the Lord was taken in their pits. When we have said, under His shadow shall we live among the heathen. So they hunt our steps everywhere we go. And you niggas trust in these devils, man. That's why in verse 17 it said that we seek for a nation that cannot help us, that cannot save us. All right. Then as it said in our watching, we watch for a nation that cannot save us. Man. These devils they're not here for your protection to serve you. These police officers, these so-called police officers. This is why I don't respect any nigga that joins the police force or joins the goddamn military, none of that shit, man. Now you got some brothers that used to be in there that came out of the world or whatever. But you Syrians, yeah, some brothers. I ain't saying that, But what I'm saying is for the mass majority of I don't respect any of these niggas. They walk around in this suit,
and the proud American,
and the badge and shit. They walk
proud
around
Marines.
They walk around with the Marine shit. Like these are the devils, the same devils that put your people on the damn lamppost and hung them.
That's right.
And you sitting there ready to give your life for these niggas.
Yeah, the true army. At the end of the day, really. You got to be of the elect to really join the real army, which is this truth, the Lord's army. The Lord's army, not Nate's army. No, not Nate's army.
not Nate's army, man. Yeah, because this devil, man, this devil does not love us, man. Scripture say, Sirach 12:10, never trust thy enemy for his iron wrestle so is his wickedness.
Because this devil, he doesn't have you in his best interest. The only interest that this devil has you in is being a slave,
To use you.
This is why he's coming with that him. Why you think he's coming with that chip, that RFID chip? Because he wants you under his total control. He wants total domination over your life. That's what he wants. That's his fantasy. That's his number one fantasy. Like Nick Rockefeller told Aaron Russo, we want everybody chipped.
That's right, bro. Why do you care about these people? They're just people.
That's right.
People don't. These devils, the think tanks, the Bilderbergs, the 13 families, the Federal Reserve, the International Bank of Settlements. These devils, so-called Jews, small-headers. They don't give a damn about our people. Neither do they care about the other nations. But the main target is our people because we're the children of Israel, the Lord's chosen people, the God's chosen people. Like that white woman that came up here. The cat. I'm a Catholic. I don't care as long as I'm a Catholic. Yeah. As long as I'm a Catholic.
You better hope you're an Israelite.
You better hope you're an Israelite.
Hey, you may run across one of these brothers right here. In that day. You're gonna be seeking protection. You ain't gonna be doing the dumb shit that you was doing just a little while ago. You're gonna be seeking for a man of the Lord, a man. And maybe hey, if you come across me, saying in that day, you Israelite, I'm gonna grab you up. You know what I'm saying?
That's right, man.
What I'm saying in that,
That's right. And that's lawful, man.
Yeah, come on.
That's lawful for any of you little soft little, Nicolites, like brother was saying. Any of you little soft little jello pudding niggas, Oh, that's wicked, brother. That's in the law, man.
Hey, that's the thing. These women, they gonna be grabbed up in that day. You see a woman like that, she gonna be grabbed up in that day, coming out like that. You think a man is just gonna just sit there and just have a conversation in that day, say, "Oh, what's your name?" No.
Let me take you on a date. Let me love you.
Nah, she gonna be taken.
Yeah.
A woman like that gonna be taken in that day.
Yeah, man.
Ravaged.
That's like walking around with a bunch of gold in your pocket, man. Just a bunch of gold on your neck. That only happens here because you got protection. And even here, you still get robbed and shot for your shit, man.
That's right.
So imagine when all hell breaks loose, man. You're gonna be needed to be underneath that man's protection. So that shit, other men gonna need to be under protection, man.
Well, and true, for these people, because you other nations, you're gonna be fucked in that.
Yeah, you're gonna be in trouble.
You men of these other nations, you're gonna be in trouble. But
You're gonna be in real trouble.
especially 2/3 of Israel too, because you didn't want to take heed to the warning. So you're gonna get caught up in that destruction too. Because like we brought out the scripture in Isaiah 56 and 7, I believe. Like, seek ye the Lord while he may be found. So now is the time to seek the Lord more than ever now, because all hell is about to break loose.
Hell's about to break loose very soon, man.
Yeah, especially here on the shores of America, because here it is. We got that balloon that came over here.
Oh, the Chinese.
Yeah, the Chinese balloon.
Yeah, they said they sent a $400,000 missile at it to destroy it. according to what they said.
$400,000 missile, damn.
Pretty expensive.
Yeah.
Well, that's what a Rolls Royce is worth.
Yeah,
so I mean,
exactly.
to them, that's really nothing.
But see, that's an invasion right there. So this is a place without unwalled villages. Because how can you let a Chinese balloon invade your soil, your airspace, your soil, your land. So, you know, imagine that. Eventually, it's going to be an EMP, really. Because once an EMP comes through here, that's it. Because it's going to shut down everything. You know, it's going to shut down the cars. The cars ain't going to be able to work. These traffic lights, these lights that you got lighting up the city, they're going to be shut down. Your cell phone ain't going to work. Nothing's going to work. Then that's when all hell's going to break loose. Because when everything just stops working and nothing works and there's no communication, no protection, it's going to be hell. People are going to start turning on each other. And these women, they're going to get grabbed up and raped. You know? Because they can't use their phones to call 911. You know, they don't got that 911 on speed dial now. No. You know what I mean? What's up, brother? You know you're Israelite, right? Yeah, you know all hell's about to break loose?
Oh, that is for certain. That is for certain.
That's right.
You got this though.
Yeah. Don't take the C-hip. Don't take that chip, because that's coming. See, we got to warn our people.
Yeah, that's right.
But hey, he wants to walk off and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's up to him.
But it's up to him, because now, you know, the blood is washed off of our hands.
Yeah, but you know, whatever the Lord's got in store for America, it's all downhill.
That's right.
Whether the Lord wants to, you know, however the Lord wants this thing to go down, because we don't know exactly, you know, how every little, you know, intricate detail is gonna play out play by play.
Yeah, we don't know how this.
Because Scripture says we know in part and prophesy in part. So
that's right.
But what we do know is that, like the brother said, the C-hip will be implemented. We do know that America will be destroyed by thermonuclear fire. We know that the Lord is going to bring his chariots here to deliver us from the coming and doom of this place, to deliver us. And, you know, that's all we really need to know, man. Because the Scripture said the just shall live by faith. You know? So we also know that there's going to be famines here. We also know that the economy is going to crash and collapse. And we know that World War III is going to be a thing, the war of Armageddon, where all these nations are going to turn from their fighting amongst themselves and going to fight against the Lord when he comes. You know,
yeah, the war to end all wars.
War to end all wars. Which while that is happening, the missiles going to fly to America, you know, and other parts of the world. You know.
That's right.
But
mainly America.
Mainly America.
Well, the nations that's going to be annihilated is America and the land of Israel.
Yeah, the land of Israel.
Because you got it right. So you control the land of Israel and you control America too. So simultaneously, those two lands are going to be ultimately be destroyed and annihilated. But here's the key, though. You know, the land of Israel will be built back up. You know, once you devils are cleansed from the land, once the Most High wipes you out of the land, you know, cleanses you out of the land, that land's going to be built back up. But over here in America, this place will never be inhabited again. You know? This place will be left as a memorial on how not to live ungodly. You know. So this place over here would never be inhabited again. You know, there will be nobody coming over here to build up anything. What's going to be here is demonic spirits and dragons, you know, serpents and foul, unclean creatures and you know, unclean birds.
Yeah, just you know, all kind of unruly beasts.
That's right.
Gonna live here, man. Just to symbolize what America used to be.
That's right.
You know, a fucking cesspool.
That's right. Of wickedness.
Right?
You know. So that's gonna be the fate. That's America's fate. You know, and that's the future of America. You know. We're gonna change America's name is gonna be changed from America to the land of the forsaken.
The forbidden zone.
The forbidden zone.
Yeah, like I always reference that game, the Fallout 3.
That's right.
You had a zone in Fallout, man, that you couldn't go in. If you took your character to the zone, you died. You'll die of like radiation and shit.
That's right.
You know. So that was, and it was in America too. That was spiritual, man.
That's right.
You know,
That just goes to show you. That just goes to show you. You know what I'm saying? That this place, is even in movies like Planet of the Apes.
Planet of the Apes.
So they're telling you. So this is no secret no more. It's not a secret anymore. It's not fantasy anymore. It's reality.
That's right. That's gonna be the new reality. America's not gonna be a thing no more, man.
That's right.
And the white man's not gonna be a thing. You heathens, you're not gonna be a thing no more. You're gonna be just relegated to being third-class citizens.
Yeah,
How you want to call us third world countries? Well, you're gonna be a third world citizen.
That's right.
You're gonna be a heathen. You're gonna go right back to being what you are.
That's right.
You're gonna go right back to being a slave. All right? Because the other nations, they ain't number captives, man.
That's right.
The other nations gonna be number captives, man. The other nations
It's a product of nature, man. We all envy.
Hey, we're speaking about the there you go.
Yeah, they're gonna be our prized possession. They're gonna be our possession. More Bible.
Yeah, but as you're saying, man, the scripture say, "He that leadeth in captivity shall go into captivity." So you devils, you got to go into slavery, and your kingdom got to be taken from you. You're gonna pay, man. All you nations had a hand in our slavery.
That's right.
The Moabites and Ammonites, Ishmael. Ishmael was hand in hand with the white man. Ishmael was hand in hand with the so-called white man. Right now they actually help the so-called Jew in the land. They have a good partnership, the so-called Jew and the Arabs. Yeah. They sell each other oil and natural gas and all that shit. And who do they kick out the land? Us. Who do they make sure that we don't get no? We get treated like shit over there in Des Moines, Israel, and Tel Aviv and all that. That's our land. And then you got so-called blacks who are basically marginalized and all that shit. And treated like shit.
Yeah, that's why you jakes that went over there. You're not supposed to be in the land now. All right. And this is why if you end up getting destroyed over there, that's on you, because the Lord said in the book of Isaiah 11:11 that the Lord would set his hand again a second time to recover the remnant of his people. It's the Lord that's going to bring us to the land. This is why the Lord said, "Wait ye upon me until the day that I rise against the prey." So we're supposed to wait on our Lord Yahweh Shai to bring us back and to deliver us, to bring us back over there. But, again, our people are hard-headed, stiff-necked. They don't want to listen.
Say a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod.
That's right.
Are you a bastard, man? You're the Israelite. You're not supposed to be there right now.
That's right.
You let that place be destroyed, then we're going to be brought back in glory. We're going to be brought back, in style. When the Lord brings us back, we're going to have servants clean that place up for us and build up our palaces and do all that, man. Isaiah 60th chapter. He said, "We shall suck the breast of the Gentiles. We shall take their riches. And they shall come, bowing down.
That's right.
Face to the earth.
That's right.
And lick up the dust of your feet."
Yeah,
right now, you're licking up the dust off their feet. When you go over there asking them for, "Can I please stay in my land?"
Another thing is you got to join the army.
You got to join the army, and serve at least a year or two.
Yeah, come on.
But they make you niggas do all the grunt work, man.
Yeah, come.
They make you niggas do all that shit, and they let the people that look like Gal Gadot, they let them take the office jobs and shit.
Come on.
And fly the drones. They can fly the drones over Palestine. It says it's Iraq 2:14. It says, "Woe unto you that have lost patience. What will you do when the Lord shall visit you?"
That's right. The Lord said, "Woe unto you that lost patience, and what would you do when the Lord shall visit you?" That's you jakes. Especially you jakes that come in the truth and you end up falling out. Why'd you fall out? Because you lost patience. You know, the prophecies weren't coming fast enough. You know, now you get enticed by the ways of the society. You know what I'm saying? You may not have you may not have been able to get a woman, or have a hard time with a woman. Now you got tired of that. Now you just went back into the world. To enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season. Like I said, there's no recanting, there's no turning back. Once you take your hands off the plow and you look back, you're not fit for the kingdom.
Yep. This is Psalm 73:3. It says, "For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their depth, but their strength is firm, and they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men." So you look at these devils, and you look at these people, and then you want to be like them.
Yeah, that's right.
You want to, oh man, man, I'm suffering here, catch your hell, and these people are living a good old life.
That's right.
But fuck that, man, because this life ain't shit.
Yeah, who cares about
who
your
gives
life?
a shit about this life? Hey, matter of fact, this life is temporary, bro.
That's right.
This life don't mean a goddamn thing. Let me phrase that. This life is very deceiving. You should say the lust of the eyes.
That's right.
Right.
The lust of the flesh.
The lust of the flesh. This thing is temporary, man. Right. We're under grace. All we got to do is wait for Yahweh Shemashai, keep His law, statutes, commandments.
Well, just have some patience.
Have some patience, man. Have some
Like,
patience.
take it. Now, like the scripture says in Sirach, the book of Sirach, the 2nd chapter. "My son, if thou comest to sword the Lord, prepare thyself for temptation. Set thy heart upright and constantly endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble." So right now we're going through a refinement right now, and when it goes to that refinement, that fire purifies it. But like I said, like earlier today, me and the brother was talking on the phone today, having a conversation. You know what I'm saying? We were talking, and so it's either two things in this thing, in this truth. It's either your gold, silver, and precious stones, or you just wood, hay, and stubble. So you brothers that give up and just fall out of the truth, you represent that wood, hay, and stubble. Because when you was put in that fire, the fire ended up consuming you.
Just have some patience, man.
Yeah.
Hey, we get it, man. We're all men, man. At the end of the day, nobody wants to be poor. Nobody wants to not get no women.
Nobody wants to suffer.
Nobody wants to be hated and shit like that. Hey, but look, man, you gotta suffer, man. Because you sinned against Yahweh Shema Shai. You did wickedness.
That's right.
So you gotta pay the price, man.
Yeah,
this is why
you gotta pay the piper.
Right. You gotta pay the piper. This is why the white man's over you. This is why the white man's walking up and down the street with your woman. This is why your woman is not a virgin, right? This is why you catching all kind of hell. This is why these Chinese are driving around in nice ass cars and you could barely pay your fucking rent. This is why they look at you like a piece of shit, right? Because you went off, man. So now you gotta pay, and you're gonna have to wait for the Lord to reimburse you.
That's right.
Bring you back into your glory, man.
That's right.
You know what these niggas do in the world? They sell out. They do a bunch of wickedness. They kill people so that they can live a good life, so that they can, live comfortably. So they can have. Look at the top celebrities, man. Like Jay-Z and all them niggas, drug dealers, man. They got into the world, and then they found a little talent. So then they flipped it. Like Jake is always a supplanter. Jake is a supplanter, and he finds ways to make it in slavery, man. But they have to sell their souls. They have to do wickedness. They have to, So if you want the kingdom of heaven, you're gonna have to lose on this side. If you want to be delivered, and you want,
But that's why the scripture says in Luke chapter 6, in the 6th chapter, that's why it says, "Woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation." Like woe unto the Jay-Z's, the Beyoncé's, the P. Diddy's, the Yeez, woe unto them, because they received their consolation already.
woe unto Ringo. And Ringo received his consolation. A YouTube channel.
Well, not necessarily. You
Yeah.
can still make money,
Yeah,
with that. But
That's
at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, he's going off talking about Esau's not the white man. I still listen to him for entertainment, but at the same time, you're going off talking about Esau's not the white man. Esau is the so-called white man. All right, Obadiah, the first chapter proves that. Yeah, look at them. They're in their kingdom. Look at these so-called white people. They're in their kingdom. That's why that devil, with his proud, gave us that proud look just now.
Hey, bro, this truth is beautiful, man. But we understand the reality of the situation. This is their place.
That's right.
This is their shit, man. So let them have it. Let them have it, man. Can't even be mad at it, right? Do your thing. Esau, go ahead and do your thing, man. Live it up, because for eternity, we're gonna do our thing, man.
That's right. Because we're gonna do our thing. Once we get in the kingdom, there's not gonna be no end to our kingdom. Once Yahweh Shai establishes the kingdom, there's not gonna be no end, nor there's gonna be no death.
So he said, wipe away all tears.
That's right.
Yeah, we're gonna live forever, man. You devils gonna die just like men.
That's right.
Just like the mere men that you are. You ain't nothing but a man. We're something greater than that.
That's right.
The only difference is the Lord has cursed us right now to be just like you, so he can show us a little bit of humility.
That's right. That's
So
why the scripture says we shall die as men. Because we're gods. The scripture says we are gods. But we're gonna die as men. Because we sinned against our power.
Yeah, that's right, man. Yeah, the Lord had to give us like a little humbling experience, man. Have us go through shit that you devils go through. Have to die like you do. We have to suffer just like you do. But pretty soon the Lord's gonna turn us back into our godly forms.
That's right. We're not gonna age.
We're not gonna age.
Even in this state, the state that we're in, we end up aging and getting old and shit.
Quick, man.
Quick.
It's showing you that this life ain't shit, man. I'm just saying it how it is. By the time all right, let's say you 15, you 18, you graduate high school, 19, whatever. You go to college for a couple years. You're already in your mid-20s by the time you're done, and then you got to work your whole life until right about. They say like your athletic peak, like a pro athlete and shit. They say your peak stops at like 30 something, right? 30, 35 and shit. Your body starts to break down. That's the age that women can't have kids, like 35, 40. That's
40, 45.
You basically hit the middle of your life, man. That's considered old.
Past your prime.
40 years old is considered old. That's not even old.
Yeah,
that's not even old, but that's considered old because your body's breaking down. And then by the time you reach 60, 70, you're basically worthless. You're not quick no more. You don't look good no more.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
This is why it's important to eat the right kind of foods. Because even look at the water,
Oh yeah,
the elder brother.
He's in better shape than me.
Yeah, he's like what? He's probably like 84 now years old, still standing, still walking, still moving around,
Doing the work.
Out there doing the work. He's putting you young niggas to shame, bro.
Yeah. 84 years old, not fat.
Yeah, not fat.
In shape, man.
In shape.
You got little young guys, fat as hell, man.
That's right. Can't even move, can't even run.
Can't run, can't do nothing, man. Won't do the work. Because that's the main thing.
Yeah, the main thing is the work.
The main thing is the work. You won't do the work, Shit is ridiculous. You got an 84-year-old brother out there putting you to shame, man.
That's right.
He could be your great-grandfather, man.
That's right.
Con. You know what I mean? Yeah, this brother know him more than I do, but I met him too. Hey, a spiritual man.
Yeah, that's right.
A spiritual man.
Highly spiritual.
Highly spiritual man. That's why the scripture call our people degenerates, because they've fallen away from their ancestral qualities. That's what the word degenerate means, to fall away from one's ancestral qualities, man.
Yeah, lack of morals.
Lack of morals. Our people are no longer as great as they used to be.
That's right.
You know, this is why we used to live 900 years, damn near 1,000 years. Methuselah lived 969 years. How many? If a person lives 120-some years today, that's a miracle.
That's right.
That's a miracle. Oh, and you know where they live? They live over there in the islands, or they live in some mountain somewhere, where they eat clean foods, and they don't live in a goddamn city full of shit. You know,
Full of pollution.
diseases and shit. Nah, they be 120 years old living in a cave somewhere in Cambodia, or in Japan, or somewhere in the island, Jamaica, or you know, where they eat clean, fresh fish. They eat nice vegetables.
Oh yeah.
You know, they eat fruits. You know, they don't eat fucking processed GMO shit that we eat here. You know, you'd be lucky if you live to 60 years old, living here.
That's right.
Eating shit all your life and poison. You know? Shit, you can't even go outside without potentially getting shot. As being a so-called black man or a Latino, Native American, but mainly the dark-skinned tribe.
That's right.
Dark-skinned tribe, man. You go outside, drive a nice little car, you might get shot. You know? The Elam, he don't have to go through that. You know, Esau, he don't have to go through that, man.
Yeah. Or you know, Moab, or
Moab, he don't have to go through that.
or Ishmael. You know? That's because we're under these curses. You know? This is why it will behoove you to acknowledge who you are as an Israelite and come back to who you are and come back to these law, statutes, commandments. You know? Because once you come back to these law, statutes, and commandments and come back to who you are as a people, now now you're under that protection. You know, the Most High protects you now. You know, Yahweh Hashem Shai protects you.
Yeah, right.
You know, that's right. You may have to catch some hell, you know what I'm saying, and go through some hell, you know, but ultimately,
The Lord's with you.
the Lord's with you, you know.
The Lord's with you, man. And he always shows you that he's with you.
That's right.
As much hell as you catch, you know, you might be broke, you might be, you know, whatever. And the Lord always going to look out for you one way or another, man.
That's right.
Especially if you believe in him.
That's right.
Especially if you believe in him.
Yeah, you just gotta have faith.
You got to have that faith.
You know, you gotta have that faith.
You just got to believe, man. That's all. That's it. This thing all comes down to faith at the end of the day. You know? It all comes down to faith, man. And belief in the names of the Lord and his son and the prophecies. The scriptures, man.
That's right.
You know? Because, you know, we could talk all this and we don't say this and that, blah, blah, but at the end of the day, it's faith. You know? At the end of the day, it's faith. You could say you're this and you're that, you know, but at the end of the day, humility and faith. Mercy. That's what we're seeking after the Most High. We're seeking mercy. You know? Because we're prisoners of what? Hope. You know? Prisoners of hope. So we're hoping that Yahweh saves us, man, and delivers us. Because that's who really is the ultimate judge. You know? Whether we be deemed worthy to be delivered from the time that's coming. You know? It says what? Pray that we're worthy to escape. And who's those that's worthy to escape? Those that believe. That's right. To the saving of what? The soul. It says Luke chapter 21 verse 36. It says, watch ye therefore and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all the things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man. So pray that you're accounted worthy to escape, man.
That's right. Pray without ceasing.
Pray without ceasing.
Yeah, constantly pray. Because that's one of the main key ingredient. You know, that spiritual food right there. That's your spiritual food to keep you going. You know. You know, that's your food right there. That's right. Yeah, that's your spiritual food.
That's how you're going to sustain yourself. That's right. You got to pray, man. Well, you know, I've been, I went a couple days without praying. You feel weak.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, you feel weak. You know, you go a couple days without doing a video. You feel weak. You feel like something's wrong. Like, what the fuck? You know, something's wrong. Something's missing. Hey, when we was in the world, something was always missing. That was the truth. The spirit of truth. The spirit of the Lord. You know, that's why you walk around seeking drugs and all this shit. You know, to feel a void inside of you. void is the truth.
That's right.
That's why, you know, these women get with all these different men and shit, because they need something inside of them to fill them. You know? At the end of the day, the woman needs a man, and we need Yahweh by Shem Shai.
That's right.
You know? We need him to enter into us and work with us, and deal with us.
Yeah, make us whole.
Make us whole. Like a woman. A woman's not whole without a man.
That's right.
She needs a man to be whole.
That's right.
You know? That's why she's always going around seeking different, you know, even though they don't want to admit it. But that's what they do. That's why they go on these different dates with all these men, because they're looking for a so-called partners, right? That's right. They're looking for a man. You know?
But then, you know, they're on the other hand, they're controlled, because you got Esau gassing their head up, talking about you're an independent woman. You don't need a man. And when a man tries to set them in order, try to set them right, you know, they call it controlling. Oh, he's controlling. He's controlling, you know. You see the wicked, you see that? So either way, you're being deceived by the serpent, you know. But this is why all hell is about to break loose. And in that time, when all hell breaks loose, you ain't gonna have no choice in that day but to get with a man, you know, and stick with that man. You ain't gonna have there ain't gonna be no choice for you in that day.
Yeah, you're gonna be forced.
That's right.
You're gonna be forced, man.
That's right.
Yeah, that's it. Hey, because that's the natural order of things, man. Anyways, you know, you live in this fucked up, evil world where, you know, you got way too much liberty and freedom and rights and all this shit. You know, that don't mean in the kingdom we're gonna treat them bad. We want to treat them good. You know, they're gonna be princesses, man. Right now, most of our women are project hoes, man. You know?
Right.
Ghetto gaggers.
That's right.
That's what you want to be all your life? Somebody's side bitch? You know? Some Pookie and Ray Ray's 13th baby mom? Or do you want to be a sister wife?
That's right.
Do you want to be a princess, man, and a king?
That's right.
That's a beautiful thing, man, to be a princess, to a king,
That's right.
to a lord,
That's
to
right.
a priest.
That's right.
The Most High God. Not to be little baby's 17th baby mama.
That's right.
NBA young boy. Your future.
Or not to be a thought.
Not to be a Tatiana.
Yeah.
That's a damn shame, man.
Yeah, can't.
You know? You known around the city as being a Sukihana with the good coochie. Like, come on, man. That's some shameful shit. You know? That's shameful, man. I'm a woman proud to be a slut, man. That's Israel. That's Israel, man. Israel's proud. Israel as a whole is proud of being wicked.
That's right.
You know? People say they boast in their wickedness.
That's right.
You know? Enjoy yourself, man. Pretty soon that shit's gonna be gone.
Hell yeah.
Pretty soon that shit's gonna be gone, man.
That's right.
But yeah, that's the time that we're living in. You know? Everybody got to come back to being in order. Your women got to get in order. Your children got to get in order. Let me start with the beginning. Your children got to get in order. Your women, you got to get in order. Your men, you got to do the work. All you men should be doing videos, man. All you brothers should be doing videos, man. If you know you're an Israelite, man, you should be doing videos. They should be hitting them highways and byways. If the Lord put the spirit on you to do so, you should do it. And you should teach the word correctly. You know?
That's right.
You shouldn't be, you know, like the apostle Ben said it. You know, there should be 1,000,001 camps out there teaching the word.
Yeah, but like, you know, the field is plenty, but the laborers are few. You know, we'll hope, but the thing is, this thing is of the elect.
It's only the few.
It's only the few.
Because you got all these jigs on there following, but what are they doing for the truth, man?
That's right.
Are they doing the work? You know, like we said, not everyone's a prophet, but, you know, that's just wishful thinking, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Moses said it. Would not that all the Lord's people be prophets? You know? Matter of fact, let me get that. But Moses said that, man. You know, but that was Moses speaking as a man. You know? He was like, you know, he would wish that all the Lord's people were prophets.
That's right.
But they're not, because it's only, like Brother says, only a select few that's given the understanding to teach the rest of the nation. But even then, when you receive the word, the vast majority you reject it. That's why the Lord's going to reject you.
That's right.
says Numbers 11, verse 29. Start at 27. And there ran a young man and told Moses and said, Eldad and Medad, you prophesy in the camp. And Joshua the son of Nun, the servant of Moses, one of his young men, answered and said, My Lord Moses, forbid them. And Moses said unto him, Enviest thou for my sake? With the Most High that all the Lord's people were prophets, and that the Lord would put his spirit upon them. And Moses gathered him into the camp, and he and the elders of Israel. So yeah, man. That hopefully, in a perfect world, yeah, we would want all the Lord's people to do that, but they're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it, man, because it's only for the elect. That's right. It's only for the elect.
It's all about the elect. All Israel will be saved through the elect, in the kingdom. And that's when all our people will be righteous. And
New covenant. That's when
the new covenant. That's when we're going to be under the new covenant, when the kingdom is established. Right now, our people are not going to get it. The 2/3 are just going to have to just die on this side and get it on the other side.
We have to prophesy even though they don't get it.
That's right.
It says through the foolishness of preaching.
That's right. Whether they're here or forbear. So, we're out here to warn you either way.
It says, 1 Corinthians 1 and 17, for Yahushua sent me not to baptize, but to preach the gospel, not with wisdom of words, lest the cross of Yahushua be made of none effect. For the preaching of the cross is to them that perish foolishness, but unto us which are saved is the power of the Most High. For it is written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise, and I will bring to nothing the understanding of the prudent. Where is the wise? Where is the scribe? And where is the disputer of this world? That not the Most High made foolish the wisdom of this world. For after that, in the wisdom of the Most High, the world by wit knew not the Most High. It pleased the Most High by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe. So yeah, we're doing this foolish in the eyes of the world, because really we're not getting massive followers right now. So it's basically like we're wasting our time in the eyes of the people, but we're doing this because it's our reasonable service.
That's right. But we still gotta warn you. We still gotta give you the warning. So when that time comes, you know what I'm saying, you can say that you weren't warned, you didn't hear it. So when that time comes, you cannot say that you wasn't warned. Because we were out here, week in and week out, year after year, telling you this. So now there's no excuse now. Now you have no excuse for your sins. So this is what we're set up to do. We're set up to warn you as watchmen, whether you hear or forbear. So now you can't say you never heard this thing, because now the information is out there, So everything is out there. So now you have no cloak for your sins. So, but anyway, with that, we're going to give all praises and glories due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakwakadash, double understand apostles of Great Millstone, Shalom to Yahakim out there in the highways and byways, noise in this world abroad, all around the world. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Barak Adam, Kwam, Yasha Allah, and Abba Babal.